to see this one as well here. I mean, interesting to see. I would be interested to see how drmzjoseph approaches match 2's pre-ban. Match 1, we know it's going to be Gianna. And I also wonder what IgorES decides to draft now once Gianna is out of the picture, because when I fought him on the ladder, he generally goes with a cleave, some sort of a Gianna, some sort of an Asima type of thing here. So we'll see what they go with. I think they're taking their time and feeling it out, thinking it out, enjoying their moments in SWC. I mean, it's a tournament that comes in once a year. IgorES going with the Fran pre-ban.
Yep, interesting ban on the Fran pre-ban. Maybe did a little bit of homework on drmzjoseph. drmzjoseph doing his homework himself, pre-banning out that Gianna.
Yeah, and of course that Gianna is very simple pre-ban. It's a very fast, swift Gianna, so very good pre-ban. Very difficult to deal with in the draft. IgorES takes out the Fran here. You know that makes his Asima a little bit better. Goes with that Sierra first pick is interesting because he gives up Gani Hathor off the bat.
Yep, well, Sierra first pick coming out of Igor. Vanessa Hathor coming out for drmzjoseph.
Interesting pick by drmzjoseph, taking the Vanessa at this point. I don't know if he wants to lock that in. He does not need to lock in Vanessa now because IgorES should not be taking Vanessa and Sierra together because it's very weak to immunity. So Vanessa a little early, I feel, but it does open up drmzjoseph's later picks where he doesn't have to completely go with speed. But this kind of primes Joseph for an Okeanos later. IgorES does have a little bit of a decision here. Does he want to keep contesting for speed? Does he want to slow down? And definitely that Chiwu is telling us he wants to contest for speed.
Yep, speed lead, Ganymede coming out for Igor. drmzjoseph. I wonder if we're going to see possibly a Beast Rider coming out of drmzjoseph. I don't know if he has anyone here, but I feel like when I see these speed leads coming out, Ciara, Chiwu, possibly a Beast Rider, there it is. So drmzjoseph's going to be drafting Amasha himself.
Yeah, drmzjoseph actually on the ladder, we've seen him abuse Beast Riders a lot. Goes with the Vigor. Vigor very interesting here. This signals to me that Sierra is a likely ban here, or potentially a Ganymede here. I don't think, actually all 3 bans are on the table here. But Vigor is good for just turn 2 play, and also allows that Beast Rider to do a lot more damage.
That's right. I mean, I don't know if he has that Vigor in front of that Beast Rider. I would imagine the Beast Rider's faster than the Vigor to get that defense break in front of it. May not need it with the Masha.
Yeah, again, I do like that Beast Rider pick so much because Igor is weak to fire here. Igor responding with his own Barbara. I do like that pick a lot. And responding with the Water Monkey, the question is that Water Monkey swift or is it violent?
Not too sure, but we're going to find out. Doubles down with the water units, and drmzjoseph looking at a Josephine. I think he's letting that Water Monkey through at this point.
Yeah, actually, I think at this point, Chiwu is likely the ban from drmzjoseph's side because he has such a good comp that does not want to be disrupted or controlled. There's too much control from Igor's side in terms of Gani, Water Monkey. Water Monkey's coming through, and we may see the Barber come through, but I think Chiwu should be the ban on the left side. And on the right side, if I was IgorES, I'd be looking to either ban that Hathor or ban that Vanessa. Hathor, of course, being really strong here. Igor not having immunity. If that Hathor is able to go off, Igor would lose the game on the spot.
I definitely think he should be banning out that Hathor for sure. He just doesn't have enough protection there. And there's the Ganymede getting banned on Igor's side of the field. Hathor getting banned on drmzjoseph's side of the field.
Yeah, interesting picks here. So unless that Masha is on Swift or that Vigor is on plus 300 Violent, I think Igor is going to go first and is going to have a Barbara, Shiho, and Sierra opening, and we may see Vanessa drop off the bat. So I like Igor's opening, but drmzjoseph may have a good turn 2 type comp here.
Yep, we're going to find out. Speed leads for both teams. Exciting match we have ahead here. We've got the Peruvian, we've got the Brazilian going head-to-head in our 3rd match in today's SWC. I think I'd have to give it to Vigor here. Igor here getting the first turn with this Chiwu. Chiwu looking for the full strip attack bot pushback.
Yeah, and of course we note that Chiwu usually goes first, usually around 310 speed or so, and he is able to strip everything and push everything back here. So Barbara is going to be able to do a lot of damage to this Vanessa. The question is, if it lands a fence break, this Water Monkey's going to be able to take it out, and then Sierra's going to be able to start teeing off by dropping bombs.
And there you go. Defense break does land on top of the Vanessa. Water Monkey King primed and ready right behind it.
Water Monkey does do a lot more damage with artifacts now, so this skill 3 should be able to drop Vanessa. Don't know what IgorES is taking so long to think about, but I like that.
Not as much damage as I thought it was going to be, but he did choose to go after that Vanessa.
Yeah, actually good point here. Water Monkey usually does more. It could be the artifacts from the Vanessa, or it could be 5 runes on this Shiho.
Possibly. Bomb does land onto Vanessa. The unit of focus is trying to remove the Vanessa from the field.
Yeah, and Sierra should detonate here because Vigor does have a heal, and there are shields coming, and there we go.
There's the detonation. Masha looking to get a nice defense break, big damage on top of the CR. Gets the additional turn as well. We might be seeing a CR getting knocked down, and we do. It is 3-3. The field is now even.
We see units trade there, but unluckily that Shiho is not taunted up here. So drmzjoseph does need to address that Shiho because there are stuns coming.
Yep, but the passive of the Josephine is still up. The shields will pop if that stun does come out from the Water Monkey King.
So again, IgorES is going to start working that Masha. Once Masha goes down, that is the source of volatility. Although Vigor does have its defense break coming up too, so Igor is going to be taking a lot of damage soon.
Yep, he is. We get that second skill from Chiwu coming out onto the Masha. Does he go for that first skill or the second skill? Both skills have a chance to stun. We're probably going to be seeing some shields coming up.
Yeah, we're going to need this Shiho to stun things.
Yep, there it is. So 2 stuns, Vigor and Masha coming down. Return stun back onto the Xiao.
But the miss of the stun on the Barbara is huge here because Barbara's going to be able to do damage.
No stun once again on the Barbara.
Yeah, and the Shiho here is going to have skills up again really soon. Here, Masha gets slept.
Chiwu has been sleeping everyone left and right today. We see another 2-turn sleep onto the Masha coming from Chiwu, and still no provokes are coming out from this Josephine.
Yeah, and this Josephine needs to be unsummoned after this tournament because it has not landed anything so far.
The slow does land on top of the Vigor. We see a third skill coming out from the Vigor, not getting the defense break on top of Barbara.
And that is another unit that needs to be unsummoned because it has not landed its defense break either, which is what it needs to do here to win.
Water Monkey King getting a nice first skill stun onto the Vigor. Passive's not up on Josephine.
Yeah, and I think at this point, Igor should be just working that. Vigor does not want to be counter-stunned by this Josephine. Again, Josephine not landing.
Still can't get that stun. Still can't get that stun on top of Barbara.
And I think here, Igor may want to switch on to Josephine. Josephine, generally a pretty squishy target, so we'll see if he decides to make that change.
Yep, and Josephine can be that very oppressive unit. Does apply a lot of damage in here. We may see a third skill onto the Josephine and not onto the Masha. We're going to find out, though.
I think at this point, this Water Monkey should jump the Beast Rider here and decide to take it down into the human form, and does so. So that Masha's not going to have as much volatility.
Yep, you were right. Does go after the Masha, knocks Masha right off the Beast. No additional turns coming from this Water Monkey King. It may be on Swift.
And I think we use that skill 3 here to knock back attack bars, allowing that Barbara to do more damage here. We'll see if Igor sees this play.
Ooh, Chiwu looking for a nice first kill, 2-turn sleep onto the Masha, not receiving it here. And we have Josephine knocking the Barbara off and finally landing that provoke.
Landing it when it counts here. Igor not pushing attack bars, being punished because now Barbara cannot take out that Masha.
Yep, Josephine with a nice stun here. Masha pummeling more damage into Barbara, and then Masha trying to finish off the Barbara. Not yet. Vigor does the job.
Again, this Chiwu is basically saving its skills, deciding it never wants to use its skills again after the first turn. So right at this point here, there's not much Igor can do with this Chiwu. It's kind of a dead unit.
Yep, things not looking good for Igor right now. Chiwu looking to do a little bit of damage to that Masha. Masha still holding on. I think we're going to be seeing a skill 2 coming out from this Water Monkey King.
Yeah, Water Monkey King needs to stun everything.
Does get that stun onto the Vigor. Really needed that. And we have another first skill coming from Josephine, possibly going to be stunning up this Chiwu, and does.
Yeah, so Igor needs some procs here, does need to take out that Josephine, and does need to avoid a defense break, does need to do a lot of things. Needs to have a lot of luck go his way in order to have this one.
Yep, no stun, doesn't crack the shield on top of that Josephine. Josephine finally landing these provokes that it needed all game.
And again, Chiwu does have third skill, may want to risk not getting counter stunned here because that Shiho otherwise would be stunned by this Josephine.
Yeah, we'll find out if he does it anyways. He does go for the AoE, gets the full team strip, doesn't get stunned up, but that Water Monkey King from the provoke does stun up the Josephine. Josephine gets those shields right back up.
Yeah, and that Water Monkey not being stunned there is pretty huge because that Water Monkey does have skill 3 next. However, we know... Oh!
Wow! Chiwu getting that 2-turn sleep onto the Vigor, but the additional turns are coming up for this Josephine. Josephine looking for the provoke, and the Water Monkey King does get stunned up.
That is highly unlucky for drmzjoseph. Water being slept by fire here, and now his Josephine is in some sort of danger.
RNG is a cruel mistress. We get a wonderful second skill onto the Josephine, but Josephine, being the oppressive unit that she can be, finishes off that Water Monkey King. The shred comes out, 3-turn defense break on top of the Chiwu. Josephine looking to finish off, and drmzjoseph is going to be taking this match away from Igor.
Very solid plays by drmzjoseph, hanging in there, being very calculative with when to throw down his skills. Even though nothing landed, that Josephine, that Vigor, missing stuns, provokes throughout the game, missing defense breaks. I mean, both units honestly should be just yanked out of the game here. He was able to pull through, hang in there. IgorES kind of not capitalizing on certain advantages, certain situations to isolate units and take down units, and was ultimately punished for it.
There was a lot of still really good back and forth in that match. drmzjoseph showing he didn't have a lot of of RNG at the beginning of it, and towards the end he started getting those first skill stuns, those strip provokes, and then Igor getting a little bit of RNG himself, just was not able to hold on long enough. New pre-bans going into this match. That Josephine is gone, and Ganymede getting pre-banned by drmzjoseph.
I really like this pre-ban on the Josephine because we know Igor is going to have his Gianna, and Josephine is highly disruptive to a Gianna opening or whatever else Igor wants to throw out. drmzjoseph does take that Hathor, and actually I do like that Ganny pre-ban because when you have a Gianna and Chi-Wu type opening from Igor, a Ganny is very, very strong because it can pair with anything here. drmzjoseph has eliminated that from being possible.
So Igor going with a double speed lead, taking a CR away from drmzjoseph's box. We know he likes to draft that CR a lot. So 2 speed leads for Igor. Igor looking at that Hathor. Fran Masha's coming back for drmzjoseph.
Yeah, I think IgorES a little too early with the 2 speed leads here. drmzjoseph being very, very calculative with his plays here. Do like that Vigor Fran. We do know he's going for definitely a turn 2 team here. So IgorES with a Chi-Wu so early pretty much has locked himself into a very aggressive cleave, control, dominate the game off the bat type comp. So I really need to see that. Some sort of a Barbara like he's doing, maybe another Daphnis, some sort of a nuker to be able to capitalize off of the first 2 picks that he's taken.
Yeah, I like drmzjoseph taking back that the Masha that he had before, bringing out the Vigor. I agree with that move. Igor coming out with Gianna. We're going to see the LD Nat 5 finally, and Barbara.
Yeah, so at this point here, IgorES does have a lot of threat. He's got double bombs from the Sierra Gianna. Does also have the Barbara and a very fast Chi-Wu. We noted that Chi-Wu went in front last time. drmzjoseph praying to RNG because he's laid down a Diana. And also, I'm not sure about the Vanessa, but I guess the Vanessa also makes it so that the Vanessa is the targeted choice, and Igor has to get through that Vanessa to be able to win here.
Yep, Vanessa Diana being drafted by drmzjoseph. You can already tell that Barbara's going to be let through because Diana was drafted. One last pick for Igor after seeing a Vanessa Diana come out.
Yeah, good call here. That Barbara is going to be let through, and at the same time, that speed lead is highly disruptive. We don't know how fast that Hathor is. That Chi was quite fast, though, but IgorES does have double strip. I would like to see some sort of a cleave unit. Goes with the Jaeger.
I didn't know he had a Jaeger. This is very surprising to see, but it's amazing to see it. That's an awesome pick for Igor right now. I'm curious if drmzjoseph was ready to see a Jaeger here.
Jaeger's an interesting pick because it is hard countered by Vigor here, and also attack breaks from that Hathor and that Fran do disrupt Jaeger a lot. So I'm not actually sure about this Jaeger pick in this situation. drmzjoseph is definitely not going to be banning that Jaeger. Probably going to be opting to take out one of the speed units, and that is exactly what he does in Gianna.
Yeah, so banning out Gianna, Hathor getting banned by drmzjoseph. Interesting draft for both of them. I think drmzjoseph might be a little safer than Igor's draft. Igor being very, very aggressive.
Igor also representing a lot of damage here. That Chi-Wu is going to go first, and you're going to see a Barbara into a Sierra. But again, that Vanessa super tanky from drmzjoseph. So we'll see if that Vanessa can survive that opening onslaught.
Well, once again, we've got speed leads going out, guys, and we've got game 2 between Igor and drmzjoseph. See if all that damage is going to work out for Igor, or is drmzjoseph going to out-sustain? Let's go. We've got Chi-Wu taking first turn, looking for a full team strip attack bar pushback.
Exactly, and I think it's okay to go with the attack bar pushback and push the Diana up and force it in an awkward position because drmzjoseph is going to be not exactly sure what he needs to do here. I do like that shield, very patient, knows that he's going to face a lot of damage off the top.
Yep, looking to get a little bit of damage, obviously not stunning up this Jaeger. Barbara looking for the focus here, maybe back onto the Diana.
Yeah, well, I actually think that Vanessa does need to be addressed, and he applies that defense break, which is huge considering Jaeger and Sierra still have to move.
Yep, that's right. Big second skill coming out from the Vigor, getting that anti-crit up to save that Vanessa, who has now been defense broken. We have Ciara with a bomb. This could be planted onto the Fran, and does so, trying to keep that immunity sustained back on drmzjoseph's side of the field. He has to set this bomb off, or else the Fran can still cleanse.
Yeah, at this point here, Igor knows that he can't go on Vanessa because Jaeger does not have stacks left and does not
stun onto the Fran. Fran's going to get it sustained here, and that anti-crit's not going to matter when this Justice comes through.
Yeah, highly unlucky here that Fran's going to be able to throw up shields and attack buff.
Massive damage, but we see it. Violent proc is able to hit it once again. It needs to deal a lot of damage before this Fran heals it up.
So had that Sierra bomb been on that Vanessa, Vanessa would have gone down.
Now, Vanessa would have been going down here. Diana looking to finally transform, and we're going to hopefully see a little bit of turn cycling coming from Dream Joseph's side of the field.
Yeah, I think I like Dream Joseph's side of the field, though. Once he gets his Fran online and starts stabilizing, he's going to be able to pick off units, probably start with this Barbara, then work his way around to Sierra.
Yep, unit of focus is going to be the Barbara for Dreams Joseph. Dreams Joseph getting his immunity attack buffs up here. You see Diana transforming once again. Possible stun going out and does land onto the Barbara.
However, once this Jaeger does get to move, it's a lot of damage. It's got full stacks at this point.
It does, but that defense break sitting on top of Jaeger. Jaeger being the unit of choice right now.
Yeah, Dreams Joseph needs to take it off the table here. This Jaeger does hurt a lot. It is on Violent. It's not on Vampires, so it is a little bit weaker later in the game.
That's right. It's not going to be sustaining itself, and Igor does not have any sustain whatsoever. It looks like he was looking for a 2-turn sleep onto the Diana, not receiving Vigor, dropping the Jaeger.
Those are 8k shots per hit here. This Vigor's clearly on crit damage, clearly very well ruined, and Dreams Joseph is basically stabilizing right now, and Vanessa's almost at full health.
Yep, Diana looking to cycle more on top of this Barbara, dropping this Barbara right off the mount. Not looking good for Igor. Igor really being put on the back foot here.
Igor basically needs 3 procs a turn in order to come back and is not getting at the moment. Lots of damage coming from Sierra.
A lot of damage coming from Sierra. Sierra is able to cycle a little bit of attack by getting additional turn here. Bomb is coming out and still needs to drop this Vanessa.
Still needs 3 procs a turn.
Bomb does come out onto the Diana instead.
Yeah, bomb going on the Diana. Does not want to face a proc from that Diana, but at this point I think he needs to play a little greedy here. This Barbara needs a proc, needs a bank on that.
Diana cycling does get blown up because of that bomb, does get stunned up. Barbara looking to apply more damage to this field as it chooses to go after the Vanessa.
Yeah, he needs to go after Vanessa at this point here to remove that from the table and then remove the Diana, and that's exactly what he's going for.
Yep, a lot of damage coming from Barbara now that it's off its mount. It's going to be dealing a little bit more damage here. Chivu, possible second skill, maybe even a first skill, hoping for a 2-turn sleep. He needs a little bit of RNG, and Igor went for it. Big moves, gets that 2-turn sleep onto the Diana.
We've seen it again and again. The red Hathor has come in, sleeps at Diana, and now IgorES needs to work on this Vanessa.
Yep, here we go. More focus. The focus was changed, maybe to cycle a little bit of attack bar onto that water unit.
Does try to cycle attack bar, but that anti-crit did not allow that Sierra to cycle very much.
Yep, Vigor looking to probably take out the Barbara here.
Yeah, once that Barbara goes down, it's going to be 4 units to 2 here, and that Sierra needs to go off.
And there is the Shred dropping that Barbara, looking very good for Dreams Joseph.
Yeah, looking very good for Dreams Joseph here. He has 4 units. Vanessa passive has not been blown, and Vanessa's about at half health here, so IgorES does not have any steam left.
Oh, Vanessa getting the 2-turn defense break on top of Sierra. Sierra taking more damage from that Vanessa. Bombs coming out, and Igor needs anything he can get right now. I wouldn't be surprised if I only first skilled, hoping for just 2-turn sleeps across the board.
And to add insult to injury, that last bomb that would not have mattered anyways does not land.
It does not land. It really isn't looking good for Igor.
It's not looking good for him this week. Maybe he has better luck next week. But for now, Dreams Joseph will be moving on.
Yeah, Chiwu going for a 2-turn sleep onto the Diana, not receiving it. Sierra crossing its fingers for some serious bomb damage coming if it could get the additional turn. It doesn't.
Chiwu could be landing 5-turn sleeps and it would not do much. That's how far ahead Dreams Joseph is right now.
More safe plays coming out of Dreams Joseph, healing up. Vigor healing up with that second skill as well, looking so good. Igor, I think just enjoying his time here.
Igor enjoying his first time in SWC. You have to savor every moment, even if you are losing.
And there you have it. Dreams Joseph taking match number 3 away from Igor.
I mean, what a commanding style of play from Dreams Joseph. There was no question he was ever going to win, to be honest. I mean, his drafts were solid. His plays were well calculated. I really like how he set everything up, laid out his plays, and just methodically picked off units.
Well, Dreams Joseph is another one of those strong players for America's Cup.